slushy out there. And then not to mention, of course, all the snow that's on the ground in Taunton, where they saw 29 inches from the storm. So, of course, a significant amount of snowpack that the crews are also trying to deal with. But yes, here's our radar. It's in the correlation coefficient mode, which basically is a mode that looks at just how uniform the particles are in the sweep. And you can see a clear drop in the Taunton area. That is the radar detecting the smoke plume that dispersed into the atmosphere because of that explosion. We have light wind out there right now. So that is going to stay a factor as we move through the rest of this morning into this afternoon. But what I want to show you here is the snow that's still in the Taunton area. It is light, but it is still falling. Temperatures right now are climbing into the mid-30s. That means the snow is not pure snowfall. We're likely seeing some sleet and raindrops mixing in Taunton and really much of southeastern Massachusetts. Elsewhere, things are drying out in Boston, and as you travel northwest, there's this last plume of light snow as you move out toward the tip of Cape Ann. You see rain as you extend down toward Cape Cod and the islands. Already seeing reports of 1/2 inch to 2 inches out toward Lunenburg. I don't think we'll see much in the way of additional snowfall here. In fact, in our area, we are looking to dry out as we move toward 2 o'clock this afternoon. We will likely see another burst of some snow right around midnight, but that will likely only lead to an additional coating to at most an inch moving out toward areas of the Berkshires and as you move into northwestern portions of Worcester County into the Worcester Hills. So at this point, the amount of snow we have on the ground, that's as much as we're going to get. We're actually going to see our temperatures continue to warm here through this afternoon. The wind is out of the south. It is generally light, and that is huge when we're talking about dealing with this explosion. But we're making our way toward the upper 30s to even near 40 degrees. So we are not talking about additional snowfall accumulation. We're clearing late tonight. We're dropping into the 20s. Tomorrow, a warm up to near 40 degrees, a significant warm up with sun and clouds making its way into our area. But we are watching a system that's mainly a mist moving into tomorrow night into Friday. I'll have the latest track of that, plus what to expect for your weekend and your forecast ahead. A fire with a smoke plume that was detected by our radar earlier. This radar image might look a little strange to you because we put it in a mode called correlation coefficient. So as it scans the sky, it looks to see how similar and how uniform in size particles are in the sky. And typically it's rather uniform, but what we're seeing because of that explosion, all of a sudden a drop in the correlation coefficient indicated by this brighter color that all of a sudden appears in the Taunton area. That's a clear indication of our radar detecting that smoke plume from the explosion. Meanwhile, on the ground in Taunton, they are in that zone of very heavy snowfall that we saw from the blizzard. 29 inches of snow they saw from the storm. So we're dealing with that. We were dealing with snow and rain showers. Now that is starting to move out of Taunton. That is great news. It continues to extend southeastward. So right now we're seeing the focus of snow and rain over the south coast in southern Plymouth County and moving down toward Cape Cod and the islands. I do want to mention, though, as you move just north of Boston toward the tip of Cape Ann, the last snow showers just moving off of the tip of Cape Ann at this moment. Another spot still seeing some flurries out the door. We had snow showers that were more widespread earlier this morning, and we have some new reports from the National Weather Service indicating just about a coating to an inch for most of eastern Massachusetts. However, as you move west of 495 through Worcester County, we are seeing some higher numbers, a little closer to 2.1 inches heading out toward Lunenburg. Fitchburg reporting just about 2 inches as well. So what's next on our radar over the next 12 hours? This light snow and mix will continue to exit southeast. We're looking ahead to our next threat. It's a cold shot and snow chances for early next week. But we're trending warmer in the short term and as we approach your weekend. So we have temperatures right now climbing into the mid-30s as you move south of Boston. That is going to continue to extend northward. So I expect most of us will actually reach the upper 30s today. You'll notice some melting of our snowpack throughout the afternoon today. We're not looking at a perfectly sunny sky. There's some clouds out there, but it's mainly dry over the next 12 hours in Boston. I do believe we'll have to watch the skies as we approach midnight tonight. There's a chance of just a few flurries flying by. The best chance of which is something we'll be watching as you move north and west of Worcester. In fact, with that quick burst of snow near midnight, we could see an additional coating to up to an inch moving out toward the Worcester Hills and heading out toward the Berkshires. Otherwise, next 24 hours looking relatively quiet. 20s tonight, near 40 tomorrow. That will be nice. We're seeing some low 40s south of the city with some sun out there. We are watching an area of low pressure late tomorrow night into Friday. Most of the models indicating this is mainly missing us, but it's close enough that we're going to watch for the potential. It's a low potential that we could see an inch or two heading down toward Cape Cod and the islands. 7-day forecast showing things nice and dry for your Friday and Saturday. Watch, there might be some flurries flying about on Sunday. You can see some clouds in the forecast here, but still trending a little bit closer to 40, so that melting process continues. But then there's that cold blast as we move into next week. And I want to give you a preview of what we're watching as we move toward Tuesday. Another potential for snow moving in. Now, this is something that looks a little messier, as we are seeing a track that's a little bit closer to our coastline, which basically means we might have some rain that we'll be watching for as well as this snow moves into our area on Tuesday night, possibly lingering into Wednesday before moving out. So that's what's next on our radar. But Jessica.
More snow.
At all.